Hello everyone, warm welcome to my channel. This video is an introduction to my upcoming video series about Morocco. Just a few words about myself. My name is Veronica and this channel is all about well-being and personal growth. Here we will be talking about nourishing happiness, healthy lifestyle, productivity and pretty much everything that can improve the quality of our lives. And we will also be exploring the world around us, because there is a wealth of knowledge and experiences beyond our own neighborhoods, which can really enrich our lives and broaden our perspectives. My fiancé and I absolutely love traveling. It's one of our biggest passions and we plan and organize it whenever we have a chance and budget. And I've realized how important it is to gather information and experience from other people prior to a vacation, because it can save you a lot of nerves and hassle and help you enjoy your trip so much more. To be honest, it always helps me a lot, because even if it's a vacation, it can be a little bit stressful if you are new to the place and you don't know what to expect and how things are in each individual place, which is particularly true when we talk about different countries where so many things can differ from the way you are used to. So I decided it would be a great idea and an opportunity to make reviews about our trips and share our experiences and tips with other people who also may be looking for this sort of information or guidance. And I really hope that it can help someone the way it also helps me. After all, knowledge is power. And I'm starting with our trip to Morocco, where we stayed for 30 days, which is quite a long visit, and I've learned really a lot during that time. Morocco is a beautiful country to visit. If you haven't been there but you have the opportunity, you must go. There is just so much to see. It has an incredible cultural heritage, magnificent architecture, and its cuisine has become one of my favorites. I cook tagine, which is one of the most traditional dishes in Morocco, pretty regularly now. It's a great idea to go there for a longer trip or to make a series of trips in order to discover the diversity of the country, because a place to place can vary really a lot, and also you can experience so many different things, starting from the bustling, age-old cities and their history to the vast, quiet desert where you feel so different, so calm and truly present, and far away from the hassle and rush of the modern world. And it really helps you to calm down and recharge. So I highly recommend that you go to the desert. But anyway, Morocco is a great country to travel to. There are some certain things that you should be aware of and keep in mind during your travel, just as you would anywhere else. But I'll be talking about them in my next videos. As I said, we stayed in Morocco for 30 days and made a big circuit around the country. We started from Marrakesh, then went to Aït Ben Haddou, Ouarzazate, Merzouga, then we headed up north to Fez, Chefchaouen, Tangier, then to Rabat and back to Marrakesh, from where we returned home. Of course, there are so many more cities and towns to go to, but these are the ones we have visited so far, and we left others for the next trip. So I've decided to create a video series about our trip, sharing reviews and insight for each of the places that we visited. First, I'd like to offer some general tips to anyone planning their trip to Morocco. Then in the following videos, where I'll be talking about each place specifically, I will be following a certain structure. I'll talk about transport that we took to each city or town and what options might be available for you, provide a brief overview of the location that we visited for sightseeing, discuss things that we personally experienced, and offer various tips to make your trip more comfortable. And I've decided to make a big focus on accommodation. There is quite a lot of information on the internet about tourist attractions, and there is plenty of history, but I feel like it would be really helpful for other people to know more about the actual places to stay, because I think that this aspect is often overlooked when it comes to video reviews, or isn't given much attention. And I personally think that accommodation is a very, very important element of your trip, and it can affect your experience greatly. Nowadays, different websites and platforms offer a big number of reviews and even photos, which is great. But in my opinion, watching it in a video format is even better, because you can see exactly what you are getting and it can help you make a better choice. I myself watched quite a few videos like that, but most of them were overly praiseful, if that's the right word, and highlighted the best sides of the hotel, and sometimes had a screaming name like the best hotel to stay or the top 5, which is not something I'm personally looking for. I'm not looking for a perfect footage of an accommodation or anything really with the best angles and things like that. I'm looking for a more realistic one with a focus on important details that go beyond the surface level features, if you know what I mean. So I decided that I would like to give you, I hope, a more comprehensive and honest reviews mentioning both pros and cons of each particular place. And of course that applies not only to accommodation, but everything, tourist attractions, services, and so on. Because I think that it is very important for people to be more transparent, and I personally prefer seeing how things truly are without exaggerated flattery or unnecessary criticism. And that's why I really want to help other people to see what they are potentially going to experience and pay for. So, going back to the accommodations, I like to cover the following criteria when I make my reviews. First, the hotel or riad itself, what impression it gives, how it looks, and what facilities it offers. Secondly, I like to talk about breakfast, because we always had our breakfast in a riad, and it was very interesting to compare how it varies from place to place. Then I will give a review of the room where we stayed, how comfortable it was, and what facilities there were in the room. And finally, I would like to talk about hospitality and service. During our trip in Morocco, we stayed in quite a few different accommodations. For instance, when we stayed in a bigger city, we could sometimes change 2 or even 3 different places. And I also would like to mention that we didn't stay in a really budget accommodation because for me personally, comfortability is very important when it comes to an overnight stay. So I wouldn't be able to provide insights about that. However, if some of you have had such experience and would like to share your insights and recommendations with me and others, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So, we wanted to change accommodations for 3 different reasons. The first reason is that as we wanted to see as many tourist attractions as possible and manage our time in that particular town more efficiently, we had to make a plan, and sometimes the places that we wanted to see weren't very close, so it was just easier for us to find a hotel for a couple of days in one area and see everything there, and then move to another. also we wanted to take an opportunity to experience a variety of riads in a different price range and see how different they are and what they offer. And the third reason is, of course, Morocco is so famous for its gorgeous riads, and some of them we chose particularly because they were perfect for taking beautiful photos. And we were planning a lot of photo shooting, which is one of another big hobby of ours, but that's something for another video. So yeah, I've gathered quite a bit of information during our trip, and I'm really looking forward to sharing this video series with you. And I will also would like to mention that, as you probably already understand, all these reviews will be based on my personal opinion, and other people may have a completely different one, which is absolutely fine and normal. That's all because, of course, everyone is different. We all have our own expectations and preferences. We all have different personalities and we look at the same things differently. My goal here is just to share my experience and provide some information to those of you who may be looking for it. Because regardless of what you may eventually experience in any place you go to, it's better to have some knowledge than none. And hopefully some of you will find my information helpful, even a little bit. And if you decide to go to Morocco, I really hope that you will have a fantastic holiday and truly enjoy it. So see you soon in my next videos. Bye!